Standing tall in the heart of Uptown, the old Bank of America building was once the tallest in the area. Built in 1923 and designed by the architects who designed the Coliseum and City Hall in Los Angeles, this landmark reminds us of Whittier's past and its place in the city today, and is another Whittier hidden gem.
I'm Dave Dickerson. I'm an attorney, and my office is right up here on the second floor of the historic Bank of America building, of which I am very proud to talk about, and was one of the founding members of the Whittier Conservancy. It was called Save Our Historic Buildings to begin with, and is now the Whittier Conservancy. This was the centerpiece of Whittier. It was built in 1923, an office building made of steel infill. And at the time that was new, but the steel would move back and forth with the building. So in the earthquake in the Long Beach, it didn't come tumbling down. And this was the center of Whittier. In fact, there were municipal court offices buildings in here. There are tales of chasing people down the steps. It has served Richard Nixon. And the bank building here is the traditional old Bank of America building. And and what you see is all original. And since this is owned by the LA Conservancy, nobody touches this facade. This is the original entry for the Bank of America building. And when they built bank buildings back in the 20s, they wanted an impressive space that says, your money is safe with us. So instead of the little places in the shopping centers they have now.
So in 1923, when this was built, was this the center of town?
It would be. This would be the most prestigious business address one could have in the building here. And there's a very important feature. If you come over here, the original vault is down here. Here is the original vault. This building is a historic building because of this office. This was the first law office of Richard Nixon. And there is a picture showing him with his fedora at the door, entering with the glass in the door, which all of these doors had. And when I first entered the bank building, they still had the glass doors. And so this floor is the source of the reason it is a historic registered National Historic Landmark. However, when it became a registered National Historic Landmark, it was required that this be returned to its original status, as when it was when Nixon was here, for example. For example, this is all eucalyptus wood, which was the standard wood used at that time for trim wood. It has a beautiful soft look to it, as one can see. You can see the transoms here. They served a very practical function because they could be opened, and the windows were opened so the breeze could come through. Remember, there was no air conditioning at the time this building was built. And at this point where we're standing near the parapet it's at the highest elevation in Whittier. As you can tell, there is various equipment here for relays of signals, and you frequentity see that at the highest point on a hill or wherever, and they've chosen this building. Therefore, that is why I'm saying that it's the highest point in Whittier. It may not be the very tallest building, but at the point of its elevation and its height of 7 stories, it's the highest point here we've got in Whittier.
I'm looking around the city for hidden gems. Is this one of those?
Oh, without a doubt. And as far as I'm concerned, using the term gem, This is the crown gem in the crown of Whittier. I think it's the central, most important gem in the crown of Whittier. And because it has such history, and it was the center of all Whittier life in the uptown area. And I hope that it can be brought back to its former glory in this area, just as the office buildings have been somewhat restored.